In this video, I want to go over a few things about section breaks and some of the differences between your breaks that you have available in Word and why you would do a section break. So what you have on the screen is you have a document that is actually in landscape, and what I needed to do is just make the last page landscape. I wanted all the other pages in the document to remain portrait. Well, one thing we know about changing the page orientation is that when you change the page orientation, it affects all of the pages in a Word document, not just a single page. So the purpose of doing section breaks is to indicate that within a section of the document you want to make a change that would normally affect all pages. You just want that change to affect certain pages, and that would be those pages that are in a different section within the document. So you can see what I have on the screen. So I have a document, this is a cover page, and this is in landscape, and I really did not want all of these pages to be in landscape. I wanted some of them to be in portrait and the last one to be in landscape. So I'm having an issue here with not responding, so we'll give it a few seconds. There we go. Alright, so this is the page that I really wanted to have landscape. The other pages I wanted them to remain the default page orientation, which is portrait. So let me go ahead and go back into the document. So what you need to do is you need to go to the page where you actually wanted to start a different feature that normally would affect all the pages and insert a section break. So I'm going to go up to the top, and I can see that in this document I did not insert a section break, I inserted a page break. So let me go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the page orientation back to portrait. Alright, and all of the pages get changed to portrait. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this page break, and I'm going to insert a section break. So let me go ahead and go back down. Let's see, this is the page that I want to have as portrait, as landscape, and the rest of them, pages 1 through 3, portrait. So I'm going to delete the page break because that was a mistake. That should not be a page break, it should be a section break. And now I'm going to go up to the, let me go ahead and go to the page layout tab, and we're going to go to breaks. Now again, you have a lot of different breaks, and you'll notice this is broken down into categories. These are the different types of page breaks, column breaks, text wrapping, and then down here are the different types of section breaks. Now I'm going to do a section break next page because not only do I want to create a second section in this document, so when I make some changes I want them to only affect the pages in this second section, but I also want this page to start on a new page, or I don't want it to be on the same page that I currently see on the screen. If that were the case, then I would do continuous. So I'm going to go ahead and click on next page, and you can see now it is a section break next page. I always work with my show hide button turned on so I can see what types of breaks I'm putting in there. Now I'm going to come down to my last page, and I want you to note on my status bar in the lower left hand corner it is indicating that my insertion point is in section 2. Now if you don't see that, all you have to do is right click on the status bar within Word and then turn on section. That way you can see these features in the status bar. So I can see that my insertion point is in the second section of this document, and it's page 4 of 4. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and change the orientation just in this section from portrait to landscape. Now if it inserts an extra page in there, then all you have to do is delete it, so that should be no big deal. Again, give me a few seconds, my Word's not cooperating this morning. So it did create a new page, so all I have to do is come up here, if that happens, is delete it, but it's still going to remain. I'm in the second section, and only the pages in this second section will be landscape. So if I created another page after this one with the diagram, it would still remain landscape. If I wanted it back to portrait, I would have to insert a section break next page that would give me 3 sections and then change it back to portrait. And you also see that the rest of the pages are set to the default of portrait. So let's go ahead and we'll view this. And again, the Word's having some issues this morning. Alright, let me go ahead and take this to a preview so we can see page 1 and 2 are set to portrait, and that is in section 1. Page 3 is portrait, and that is still in section 1. And page 4 is landscape because I inserted a section break next page, and now that page and any pages from that point on will be in landscape until I insert a third section. So this is an example of why you would use section breaks. If you have any other questions or you need some help, please make sure you contact your instructor.